Geniuses, how is everybody doing? I hope you are well. I'm here for a little INFJenius Unfiltered, and going to talk about how to turn your empathy into impact. I've been thinking about this quite a bit lately. So let's kick it off by talking about how INFJs and empaths, we kind of spend a lot of time thinking about the intuitive, empathic gifts that we have, and if it's a burden or a blessing. And generally we think it's both because it is. It's kind of, there's no avoiding that fact. Let me change my mic here to hopefully block out some of the noise. Hey, Caitlin, good to see you. So like I was saying, we often, in some shape or form, think about how being highly empathic, highly discerning, highly judging in a good way, and just very perceptive to the people around us, to events taking place. And we're like, well, sometimes it's great and sometimes it's terrible. What I would suggest to you all, what I've been thinking about a lot lately, is why not just purposely make sure it's a blessing and make an impact with it? And so with that concept, thought to throw your way, it's really up to you. It's not something I can tell you, do this, this, and this, and you'll make an impact in the world. That part is up to you, what the specifics are. But the 100% truth, fact, something that you can do is, if you're an empathic person, you have that that sensing ability. You're a good judge of character to read people and situations. It's really just a matter of you figuring it out and kind of deciding what to do. And like we've also been talking about a lot lately, finding the balance, and I don't know how else to say it. Get rid of the people or negative things in life that are stopping you, slowing you down, draining your energy, all that stuff. Because if you got too much negative energy around you, just sort of sucking the life out of you is what it feels like. Especially if you're an INFJ, but if you're probably a lot of different introverted personality types of people, you're just not going to have the strength, the mental energy left to excel at whatever you want to do. And this is coming from somebody who learned it very well the hard way. I think we all do, really. So there's certain things on that topic that you really can learn better from a slightly older or more experienced INFJ or empath, because most of us, when we're younger, we either don't know anything about those skills that we have, and we kind of just let people use us in some shape or form, or whatever. And yeah, it just takes time for most of us to figure out how to balance it, how to handle it, and all that kind of stuff. Oh, thanks for saying that, Caitlin. I always forget to ask. Make sure you subscribe. And you can always send comments for more topics if you want me to keep something in mind. Otherwise, I usually just really go with the flow of whatever I'm currently thinking about. One of the ways that I've been using my skills more lately and decided to go sort of dive in further is with doing my own charity for the Philippines kids, because, and I will need to post some videos on here about that too. But it's because I'm a really good judge of character, really good at building teams and knowing who needs guided more, who needs removed, things like that, that I realized it was something that I'd be very good at. And not only that, but it was something I wanted to do. So obviously some sort of charity involvement in some shape or form that maybe you could just start, at the very beginning, but then over time, you could be like running the thing. That's a very good example because INFJs, empaths, we tend to be very altruistic and wanting to bless others, help others, and that sort of thing. So I'm just kind of throwing that one out at you. And that's one great way to make a difference in the world. Know that you're making an impact, and it just feels great. Like you will feel really good about doing it every day and have no regrets. Um, you're welcome, Irma. I got your donation, Irma, and I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. Caitlin, you know how to get a hold of me, so you can send a message. Yeah, and thanks for helping me. Yeah, just keep everybody subscribed and liking, because I usually just go off on tangents and don't focus on that. What was I going to do? I was going to make coffee. This is old coffee. I need new coffee. Hello, welcome. Likes like sparkling water. Oh, thanks for stopping by and thanks for the blessings. We appreciate that. So, yeah, I mean, if you look at the title, that's basically what we're talking about, just as a empath, INFJ, how you can make a bigger impact, but it could apply to anybody. And I'm just kind of doing normal morning stuff while I talk. And I have quite a few different channels. Some of the things, or one of the things I do plan on sharing here more yet this year are videos from the Philippines Kids program that I started about a year ago. I don't think I've shared any of those videos on here, and of course I ask for donations and everything, but basically it's small group leaders in the Philippines that work with me. They feed the kids, poor kids, needy kids, and they sing, they do worship, they get taught Bible verses, and they just have a good time. And so, like I was saying, that was something that I had decided to do about a year ago, and I never plan on stopping it now because it's been one of the best things I've ever done or been a part of. You like sparkling water? Interesting. I've never had one that I liked, but I wanted to like it, if that makes sense. Because I thought of it as like a healthy soda, right? The bubbling kind of drink. But I don't know. I haven't had one yet that I like. I did see about that earthquake in the Philippines. Looked, it was very strong indeed. So yeah, keep them in prayer. I really haven't heard too much about how much damage there was, but I assume there was, if it was almost a 7.0 earthquake. So yeah, I didn't cook anything yet. I had some toast early morning. Woke up early and I'll probably wait a while before I make my official breakfast. It is coffee time. I have some decaf. Like half the time I drink regular coffee now, and half the time I drink decaf. I was trying to just switch, but it's kind of tough. I like regular coffee too much. But I have cut down a lot on the caffeine. And I think that's a good thing. I don't think a little caffeine is bad for most of us, but too much, yeah, probably not good. So probably not a long live here, but um, I'm kind of deciding what to do with some of the channels and lives right now. I might just go shorter than I used to because it's like a time thing, but I like staying in touch with all of you. One of the totally different projects that I'm considering and would like to do is to finish a new music album by the end of this year. Because I'm also a musician, for those of you who don't know. And making an album is a big project to do it well. So I'm trying to decide that right now. I definitely want to do a few singles at a minimum, but preferably a new album. 2023 was my last album, so it's been 2 years. And that seems like a long enough time for me that I want to do another one. I'll probably do some piano and vocals this week, Irma. Drums, not too sure But I am able to play the drums again. My leg has recovered enough with the neuropathy, so that's a good thing. But I'm still not 100%, so it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of one of those things. But piano and singing, definitely. Which will probably be on the Matt Savina Music channel, not here. I was trying to think if there was anything interesting I could do with my coffee today. Probably just drink it black, like usual, and drink it with chocolate. Yeah. This is one of my favorite chocolates. I am not sponsored by Lindt, but I do eat plenty of their chocolate. Open the Gates. Yeah, it's a good song. I really love playing the drums to that one too. No Weapon, another one. Yeah, I know you've seen you've probably seen all the drum videos I've done, and I do miss it. I'm getting really close to healed enough now that I could probably do some more drum covers again, but I don't know. When the mood and the day opportunity strikes, I will definitely do it again. That's your favorite chocolate too? Yeah, there's some other ones that I like, but what I noticed, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe, was that I was having an allergic reaction to a lot of different chocolate brands, bars, or whatever. And then around that same time, I was realizing that, if there was too many ingredients or junk in it, hey, I was allergic to whatever that mystery stuff was. And at first I thought it was the soy lecithin or lecithin, whatever you call it, because that's in a lot of chocolate bars. But this one has it in it, and I don't have any allergic reaction. Like I would get like sniffly or congested from eating the other dark chocolates I got. So this one I haven't had any issues with, and that's why I kind of stuck with it. And I tried the different percentages of um, chocolate to sugar, whatnot. And yeah, I like the 70%. So, but I have found some other good ones at like the expensive Whole Foods store or whatnot, but I'm pretty happy with that one. The main thing is natural ingredients are best. Oh yeah, you like some good flavors there. They're all good. I like them all, but I usually just get the regular old dark chocolate. Okay, Caitlin, I will try to keep a lookout for your message. When it comes to my Matt Savina Music at Gmail email, um, I don't check it constantly. There's always so many messages and emails, of course, coming in, but I do purposely check that inbox like every day or two, usually, uh, just in case. So I will keep a lookout for your message. And yeah, it's been about 5 minutes. Time to filter coffee. Filtering. This is not a coffee show, but well, I guess it is now. And then into my cheap but favorite mug right now because steamy. It's got a lid to keep it hot. But I want to drink. Mhm. So it's decaf, but it's pretty strong the way I make it. So it still has that coffee punch. Trying to get my little remote thingy back in there. There we go. Sorry to hear that about the shirt, Irma. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I'm just kind of the middleman when it comes to that particular customer service, that company. So um, all you can do is send them emails, let them know. I would hope they would help you out. Um, but yes, I love coffee a lot. I don't drink that much really, but I mean, like, this is actually not that big of a mug, and I won't even drink it all, probably today. That's it's just like little sips, but I do love coffee with dark chocolate. Hmm. Yeah, that's frustrating about the shirt. Part of the reason why I've tried some different companies to see who is like really good with customer service and everything. That way, okay, I can just dump the other guys. So I am paying attention. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. I guess I covered the topic of this video all in the beginning, but that's really all I wanted to say anyway, is just um, when you're aware of what your strengths are, and if that's intuition, discernment, being a good judge of people's character, body language, like a lot of the things I guess I've been talking about lately, then you can find ways to use that to reach some sort of goal. It doesn't have to be a huge goal, it could be little ones or it could be big, but you just have to consciously think about it and use it. And that's part of why I started this channel, is just from all the things I've learned about my personality, the INFJ personality, psychology, and just how anybody can basically take a free test, learn boatloads of stuff about their brain and how they think and relate to the world. It's a total game changer. It really is. And it doesn't matter if you're younger or older. I would say in some ways, it's maybe even a bigger game changer if you're older, because you're already much more mature. You've already learned a lot of the mistakes and things in life. So you can just cut right to the chase and be like, oh, wow, I've got all these skills that I know now. What should I do? And it could be very exciting, actually. So it's not just for the young or middle-aged or older, any age, doesn't matter what age you are. Um, and it's something in this crazy world that I think anybody can get excited about and be happy about, to know what their personality is and to feel a little better about their place in this world, because I do think we all have a purpose and a place in this world to bless others, even if it's just one person. It doesn't have to be hundreds or a thousand or thousands. So, yes, we thank Jesus for that and for everything. And stay grateful. That's a huge one that doesn't get mentioned often enough, I don't think. When you stay grateful, it fends off whatever depression, being self-conscious, worrying about things, just great. Every day, think of something to be grateful for, whatever that is. So yeah, so I'll wrap it up there. Everybody make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, because it's very random when I do lives. And so the only way you're going to catch it is if you're getting notified. I hardly ever schedule the lives because that's just how I roll. There's always things to do. And so just when I get an opportunity, I will do a live. Maybe eat chocolate if I can make it go in my mouth, and drink coffee. And good question, Irma. Sometimes the notifications don't pop up, and hey, I've been doing this a long time and I don't know why, but they don't. So you're gonna just have to go to my homepage on my channel, and then just see if any videos, recent videos are there that you missed. Oh, you want to lose weight, Caitlin? The first couple things I would throw out at anybody is try some 16-hour fasting. When I do that, it's 8 p.m. to noon the next day, or longer. But 16 hours that's not really that hard to do, and it's a good start. It's good for detoxifying your body, losing weight too, kind of improving your metabolism, and then of course, just good diet and exercise, natural foods, no processed sugars, just real foods. And you can still eat a lot, actually. I'm a firm believer in the keto diet, which is basically high protein and fat with low carbs. I've been doing that basically the last couple of years now, and I've been feeling better. I've definitely leaned down some in the process, even though I wasn't trying to per se. And yeah, so keto, fasting, diet, exercise. You don't even have to exercise that much. It's just if you exercise every day, even 15, 20 minutes, what I usually say, that's going to have a huge effect too on your metabolism, just keeping the motor running, sort of, and burning some extra calories. What else? Those are the big ones that I mentioned to everybody. But, and then really everybody just needs to figure out how their body works best with the foods and all that stuff. What time of day to eat, how late can you eat at night before it's sort of a bad idea? It could be a little bit different for everybody. So you just kind of have to pay attention to your body and try some different things. And if you're putting in the effort, I think you're probably going to figure it out. But it does take time, and just making good habits and keeping them, that's the hardest part. Excuse me. It's not like the hard part is not doing it one day, eating well and exercising and everything. It's doing it every single day. But if you put in the effort for a month, 2 months, you'll really start to see the benefits, and you'll see the difference too. And after a couple months, you'll have good habits established, and it only gets easier really after that. So yeah, lots of water is good. Irma, I always forget that one too. So for real, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching, supporting as always, and subscribing. and I will see you all again soon. So thanks and God bless.